Curly hair is fun, but if you feel the need to change up your look, I'm going to show you how to quickly straighten your hair with a flat iron. Amongst a wide array of things that I've done in my life, I was a hairstylist by trade for about 10 years, and although I've hung up my shears, I'll be a hairstylist as long as I have hair. Once you learn how to straighten your hair and you get a little practice, you're going to be able to change your style in no time flat. Before you begin, you're going to want to make sure you have all of your basic necessities. You're going to need your flat iron. This is just a basic flat iron, one of your $20 deals. It's got an adjustable knob so that you can adjust it according to your hair's damage or texture, meaning if you've got finer hair, you're going to want to set it a little bit lower. I generally keep mine quite high. You're going to want a comb or a pick. I don't recommend a brush because that's just going to make it frizzier, and brushes tend to be a little bit more damaging to your hair. You're going to need a few clips. Any old clips, any variety will do. 3 or 4 should do it, depending on the thickness of your hair. And one last thing is going to be your thermal spray. I don't use it, but if you do prefer it, it's going to maybe help you not get quite as much thermal damage from this high heat. But check the ingredients, make sure there's not a high alcohol content in it, because that's just going to dry out your hair. And this heat can be damaging when you partner that with the alcohol. You're going to just ask for trouble. You're going to start off by sectioning your hair. You're going to take a top section and just, randomly toss it up. Although this might seem time consuming and you don't want to deal with it, it's actually going to save you some time, because you're going to have better control. You're going to know where you've been, and you're not going to have to redo the same areas over and over again. I just messily do this. And the back, just kind of take small sections, put them up. Now, it's going to be at this point that if you do want to use your thermal spray, this will be when you'll do it. You can spray it on each section and go for it. Now, you want to make sure that your hair's dry. I have used the flat iron on my bangs before when I had wet hair. And when I did that, the steam came back from the iron and burnt my scalp right here, and it doesn't feel very well. So please be careful. I think there's irons out there that you can use on wet hair, but still be careful when you get close to your scalp with that. You can start on the sides or the back, and you're just going to take each section, get as close to your scalp as you can, and bring it all the way down. Nice smooth movements. I just kind of grab the back and go for it. You can get a little more precise, especially if you were doing this for a night out or a wedding or something like that. Then you're going to want to get a mirror behind you so that you can see what's going on. But for most of my purposes, it's just general, going out, get groceries, that type of thing. Although most of the time I just throw my hair up in a clip because it's easy. Now, you want to make these nice smooth movements, because if you don't, you're going to get creases in your hair. If you get a crease, you're going to have to go over that again and again. Now you're just going to drop your section down. When I dropped my section down, you can just kind of grab hold of it and smooth it out. Try to keep a little bit of tension, but not pulling, tugging, and definitely not stopping, because you don't want creases. I'm going to drop down this next section. And I start on the side, and I'm going to go around. Pull this down nice and smooth. I know most of you guys are thinking there's no reason that I am ever going to need to know how to straighten hair. You never know. 10 years or so, there might be some kind of style in for guys, but probably not. The main reason that you guys might want to know this is you're going to have daughters. You could have daughters and they're going to need dad to straighten their hair, or they might need dad to show them how. and maybe you'll remember a little something from this video, and you'll be able to relay that to your daughter, and she'll probably love you forever. This needs to be a little bit flatter right there. Then you just take this top section. You can make thinner sections just depending on your hair's texture and how curly it is. Right now I've got a lot of conditioner in my hair, so it doesn't really need the smaller sections as much. And more than likely, I would probably be taking a bit more time. And you can always flip sections over because I made too large. And just keep pulling it down. Just get this top one. If you want to, you can kind of round it out at the ends, and that's going to give you a little curl under. And I've been watching videos of people who have learned how to make beach curls with a flat iron because they're flipping it back and forth and creating those creases on purpose. I'm going to take this top section right here and grab it and run it through. And then the bangs. And to get a little more volume in your hair, you can tilt the iron. I won't go into that. You can tilt the iron a bit. You can do this with it and get a little bit more height out of them. I tend to let my hair dry naturally, just in the air. So depending on what you like to do, I just don't like a lot of damage. This is enough. Be careful not to straighten your hair too often. Remember to use the lowest heat setting possible. Pamper your locks. They may take a long time to grow back if you damage them and they break off. So, see what a difference a few minutes can make? I went from a little bit frizzy, a little bit curly, to nice and straight. Thanks for listening and have a great day.